If you have any fears of ditching diets, fears of gaining additional weight, fears of always binging, fears of being out of control around food, I am here to help. My name is Monica Dulian, and I have been addicted to diets for over 2 decades of my life. I have been continuously dieting on and off, losing the same 40 pounds every few years, gaining the same 40 pounds every few years, and each and every time feeling like I'm failing in life, feeling like I'm unlovable, feeling like I have to hide at home, feeling bitter, feeling resentful, and asking, asking, where will it ever be my turn to be beautiful? Diets don't work. If you look at your life and your history of dieting, you're going to notice that every time you lost weight, you felt vulnerable to gain it again. And every time you lost weight, you had to fight to stay at the weight you are at. And diets include moralizing food, thinking that tomorrow I need to be better, doing cleanses the day after a binge, feeling like you are deprived in life. When a woman is on more than one diet in her life, it is called chronic dieting. And when chronic dieting is experienced by our bodies, permanent damage occurs. Our body weight set point changes, and we are constantly chasing our own tail. Whoever told you what your ideal body weight is, whether it was your mother, a doctor, your friend, on the newest issue of Cosmopolitan, they're wrong. Your natural, ideal body weight is the body weight you can maintain effortlessly without dieting and having food freedom. Is the body weight that does not get in the way of you living. Is the body weight that you are not constantly thinking about. Is the body weight that you are not afraid to lose. And what if I told you that that body weight is achievable in an easy way? What if I told you that you can resolve any internal conflicts that are making you believe that you need to lose more and more and more and more in order to be lovable? Maybe it's time to stop. Maybe it's time to stop and think, who are we doing it for? What is it that we are gaining but losing weight? What is the hidden cost of dieting? Feeling isolated, feeling like you have to control yourself all the time, being afraid to really look at ourselves and our bodies, living in fear of food, staying at home because we will not be able to control the food that is available there, skipping meals in order to have space for indulgences later in the day. If you answered yes to any of my questions, I invite you to get in contact with me so we can jump on a phone call together and see whether or not you are the right fit to my program, my 3-month ditching diet program, where we heal specific trauma points during your developmental stages and later in life that open you up to believing that you are worthy only when you are in a smaller body. What I am offering to each and every woman coming into my Ditching Diets program is emotional trauma release, especially healing the mother wound. You see, what opened you up to first believing that you need to change in order to be acceptable, confident, sexy, normal, in an elite of people who have it all is emotional trauma. Emotional trauma was any moment in your life, your entire existence here on earth, where you felt unsafe and unresourceful to resolve the stress that you were feeling at the moment. So it does not matter whether it was something big like losing everything in a gamble, losing a loved one, losing a house in a fire, or being rejected by your parents because you were playing and being loud, or being excluded by your friends because you looked different, or reaching out for safety and be met only with rejection, yelling, and invalidation. All of that is emotional trauma. And when it's unresolved, it stays in the body, controlling your life. With each emotional trauma, there is an instinct that is activated. Something that kept you safe in the past. Maybe it was hiding, maybe it was running away, maybe you feel like surrendering. So now, today, every time you feel these emotions raise up in the body, again, the same instincts are activated. And you feel like hiding, freezing, surrendering, or even fighting once more. Changing your mindset alone will not change you. We need to work with the body, with the instincts that are in our bodies, and with the emotions that we feel in our bodies. How do we do that? We first work on your time that you were in your mom's womb. And we make sure that her stress is no longer yours, that you are no longer carrying the burden of her unmet needs, unconsciously feeling like you have to rescue her. We are healing your associations with being fed and nourished. We are healing your boundaries. And we are also addressing your individuality as a woman. Why do we women choose to do it to ourselves? Why do we keep believing that diets will save us? That they will finally provide us with what it is that we believe we need to feel confident in our bodies, to feel sexy, to feel wanted and desired? Why do we believe that we need to pour all of our worthiness into this small container of beauty? Why do we believe that in order to belong to the elite of people who have it all in life, we have to shrink our bodies? Why are we subscribing to this idea that in order to be lovable, we have to starve ourselves? We are afraid of food. We are afraid to gain weight. We are genuinely afraid to be fat. And because of that fear, many of us have been fighting with their own bodies their entire life. And when everything else fails, we hide at home in our fat clothes, eating like there is no tomorrow. You see, as a woman, you're supposed to make everybody happy, be pleasing to the eye, behave in a way that is acceptable, manageable, and in control. We women need to say enough. We women have to start living our lives according to our own values. We women have to show our daughters that changing our body is not the way to make ourselves lovable. We women have to hold hands together with other women in a sisterhood of accepting the bodies we are in, working with the biology we were provided with, and also remembering our own healing powers inside our own minds, hearts, and bodies. You can do it. I know you can get the freedom that you all so dearly want. I know because I, after 2 decades of constant dieting and believing that I am that little compared to the image that I was trying to achieve, I was able to just ditch it, break free, heal my addiction to diets, and make peace with food. Guess what I did? I gave up. I gave up the constant chase after the ideal body. I gave up believing the diets will provide me with this mirage of miraculous life. I gave up needing to change my body. I gave up escaping. I gave up eating my emotions away. I gave up needing to change, to shrink, to fit into the tight box that society was telling me only if I fit into it, then I will be lovable. I changed my paradigm. And I did that not only through mindset, not only through learning the latest scientific research, I did it because I released, dissolved, and resolved my past emotional trauma. Even the trauma that I have inherited from my mother, my grandmother, from my ancestors, and collectively from the society I was born into. If what I am saying makes you feel excited, makes you feel hopeful, and you want to learn more, send me a message and I will arrange time for us for our first free talk together. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to see you shine. And I can't wait to witness your experience of remembering who you truly are.